Hello everyone, and welcome to another D&D game featuring Icewind Dale and played in support of Red Nose Day, a charity that we encourage all of you to consider giving to so that we can help kids in need. Today, I am joined to play Dungeons & Dragons with a stellar crew, a group of WWE Superstars. And so before we dive into this afternoon's adventure, I'd like each of my illustrious players to introduce themselves and tell us who you're playing in our wintry adventure today. Starting with you, Ember.
Well, you guys know me as Ember Moon. I play in a lot of Dungeons and Dragons and Chaos, and you guys know I love my Chaos. But today, I am the Lady Raven, a Shatterkai elf, and I am super, well, kind of royal, but, we'll get to that eventually, but I love D&D. Ha!
And I am Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, greatest YouTube channel on the planet. Up, up, down, down, subscribe if you have yet to subscribe already. I am playing a gnome who goes by the name of David. Yes, a gnome named David. Very charismatic, very weak, but I like to sing because I'm a bard. And you know how the bards like to do, yeah.
No!
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
All kinds of yes.
Very good.
Am I next?
You are next.
Perfect. I am Alexa Bliss, and I am playing Penelope Twinklebottom, who is a changeling and used to suffer with short-term memory loss, which is always fun to have on these adventures. But yeah, that's really all I got.
Welcome. Awesome to have you.
And I am Dio Maddin, representing that left, right.
Oh.
And also the greatest Twitch channel of all time, twitch.tv/greatblackotaku. And I am playing Lum. She's a long-tooth barbarian, or a long-tooth shifter and a barbarian. And she's a big, strong lady.
Ride or die
Welcome.
cat.
Ride or die cat.
And last but not least, I am Tyler Breeze, a.k.a. Don't you start with me, a.k.a. Prince Pretty. Also, your up, up, down, down, left, right champion. And I am playing Wurtenfuff, the Dark Elf. And I like magic and animals. So let's see what happens.
I think today's adventure is going to have both magic and animals. So I can guarantee you're already going to like this.
Yay!
In a D&D game, what?
Yes. And I am Jeremy Crawford, the Dungeon Master, and also Principal Rules Designer of Dungeons & Dragons. And so here we are today. Your group has been traveling for a number of days now. The wind howling around you in Icewind Dale as winter ceaselessly batters you with snow and ice and strange howlings in the distance. You have lost track of when you last saw the sun. Each day for a moment, you thought, is that a little bit of sunlight? Or is that? But as soon as it appeared, it was then gone. Your food has begun to dwindle. Your water is so short now that you have resorted to consuming snow. And according to your map, nearby is one of the 10 towns, one of the few places in this chilly part of the world where you might be able to find a blazing fire and a warm bed. And so toward it, you have headed. The wind, your constant companion, the snow blasting in your face hour after hour, but you see it. Now ahead of you, a light. Could this be East Haven? And just as you see it, some 100 feet or so in front of you, this glimmering orangeous light, like a fire blazing behind the window of a cozy inn, you hear behind you in the darkness, with the snow piling down from the sky, a crack, and then a rumble. And then the earth begins to shake underneath you, and you realize that just now, with the promise of a warm bed just ahead of you, a damn avalanche has just begun. And so I need each of you to roll initiative to see if you can outrun this avalanche in an effort to get toward that light in front of you.
What a start!
Oh man!
What a start! No hope.
Well, guys, I was worried that we were going to run out of snow to drink.
Oh man!
What is the roll?
Mine was sitting on 19, and then it rolled over to a 1.
Oh. All right, so David
am I just
the
dead?
gnome.
Do I just shut the computer off or I'm out?
What did Raven
so-
get?
The lady who loves to run away from things that might kill her rolled a 16.
She might just get away. All right.
She's very good at running.
And what did Ms. Twinklebottom get?
I got a 12.
All right. Also doing better than David the gnome.
Yes. I'm waiting for someone to do worse.
Somehow. And what about Lum?
Lum, she is a little bit slowed down because she's got this winter clothing on she's not used to, but she's still got 15.
Very good, very good. And of course, last but not least, what did Wurtenfuff get?
13. Not very strong.
13.
God! It's okay.
Not very strong.
What a way to die.
I know. I'll just listen to the rest.
Swept away down the mountain.
I'm
All
like
right.
3 feet tall.
So, you not only feel this rumble under your feet, but you can also now feel that there is so much rock and snow now tumbling toward you in this darkness that it's almost like a new source of wind is now blasting you as air is pushed in front of this avalanche. Raven, you are able to go first before the avalanche reaches you. Where do you head, and how fast are you moving?
So you said there's a bright light ahead of us. There's an avalanche coming from behind, correct?
Yes.
I'm running toward that nice, warm light as
right.
a beautiful sun monk. Let's go toward the light.
And how fast
And I'm running
can
as
you
fast as I
move?
can. It's as fast as I can, which is 40 feet walking movement. That's my speed. So
All
I'm
right.
gliding
So-
across the snow.
So you're able to spend your whole turn running over this shaking ground underneath you. And when you are about 15 feet in front of this light, you realize suddenly that in the snow and everything in front of you, there's no building there. There is actually just a window-shaped light hovering in mid-air, and right as you realize this, you fall into an opening in the ground underneath you. And the rest of you,
Oh, no.
seeing Lady Raven's silhouetted with the light behind her, she suddenly just drops out of view.
Can't say she doesn't deserve it.
Right?
That's messed up, you know?
I'm just glad she
And
didn't
now-
grab me along this time. Normally she does that. She grabs me and makes me go with
Drag you
her.
down with her.
Yeah, every
Raven,
time.
I need a dexterity
Yes.
saving throw from you.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Starting
Oh,
off hot.
I'm very good at those. Cool. 17 plus 7, 24.
Ooh, slick. you, as you go over the edge, realize that you have just fallen into some kind of ravine, and you are able, with that save, to snag a bit of rock and ice as you are starting to slide down into this pit, and you are able to stop yourself. And as you do, you see down below you glimmering blue ice, and under it, the giant figures of skeletons that are 15 to 20 feet high, encased in ice. Lum, what do you do?
Well, I think I've done well enough to try and escape this avalanche. But because Lum is a ride-or-die cat, and she has a sickening feeling that David the Gnome is about to die, she's going to start running towards the clearing, and then she's going to look, and she's going to turn around. She'll be like, David, no! And I'm going to go help him. Because she's a ride-or-die cat.
All right, so you're going to head to David?
Yes.
All right. You're able to reach
I'd
David?
like to pick him up so he can just not have to handle himself. He's like a little baby.
Absolutely. Lum, what's your strength?
My strength is 17.
You scoop David up, no problem, and you're able to now still move at your movement speed toward the light.
Okay,
Can I sit on your shoulders?
Move. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
We're forming some sort of super organism.
Yes.
And,
We run Bata Town!
And now that I've seen that Raven has fallen to her death, I'm going to chase after her.
What? I didn't fall to my
right.
death. I'm good at some things.
As far as I know, you fell to your death.
So Lum, you are able to charge across the snow and ice, and you don't quite reach the town that Raven just disappeared into. Wurtenfuff, what do you do?
Yep. So I kind of had the same idea where I was worried about my friend David. So I was gonna go, but he's okay. He got scooped up. So I might just take a running leap into the giant hole where everybody seems to be running into.
All right. So you charge toward that light, and you do see, just as Raven did, there's no town there, but there sure is a giant hole in the ground, and you're gonna just dive right in?
Swan dive. Full swan dive in.
All right.
I'm with you.
Then,
I'm with you.
as you go soaring into the air toward this ice down below where there are giant skeletons encased, I would like you to make a dexterity acrobatics check to see if you can somehow manage to land without shattering every bone in your body.
Wow.
No pressure.
Did you not get how deep this was?
No, I saw you fall. I was scared. I act on emotion. I'm running to save, or at least join you. Lay there beside you like the chalk outlines. So dexterity check. What do I roll?
All right. So if you are proficient with the acrobatics skill, you can add your proficiency bonus to this roll. Otherwise, this is going to be a straight up dexterity check. So roll that d20 and
I get a plus 3.
And add your bonus.
Ooh, 19.
Ooh, slick. All right. So you still are soaring in midair, and you realize, after the initial emotional charge that led you to this action, you realize this is a much deeper hole than you thought you were jumping into.
I didn't think this through.
No.
But because of how well you have choreographed your own jump, you're going to have the amount of damage you take from slamming into the ice floor far below.
I'm okay with it.
All right. Whew. It's a good thing, too, because I rolled a 6. These are on D6s. A 6, a 6, a 4, and another 6. So instead of taking 22 damage from hitting the ice down below, you manage to roll as you hit, and you take 11 damage as you slam.
That's so much.
It's nothing.
And Raven, you see Wurtenfoof land on the ice, and for a split second, it looks like he is hardcore dead. But then,
well, help!
Oh, he's alive. Okay. Oh, you made it! Yay! You did a good jump. Which I do have the trait that I make people feel good about themselves when I give them a compliment. Like, they take that with pride. You know, that was a great dive you did there. Like, good job. You know, and I'll give them a little clap. You didn't die. Yes.
Do I feel good about myself even with 2 broken ankles, or no?
I mean, that's up to you.
More like broken ribs.
yeah.
That's up to you.
I mean, it's all
situation's
broken.
what you make it.
I'm barely surviving here.
And you can see, lying there on your back, Wurtenfoof, that light that you all thought was the window in some comfy place is just hovering up there in the air above this hole in the ice. And down below you, one of them with its skeletal hand almost touching you through the ice. There is one of these giant skeletons. Its skeletal hand almost as big as your entire body, Wurtenfoof.
Oh my god.
Penelope, what do you do?
Oh man. So normally in these situations, I would just go and help Raven, and because we end up in these situations together every time we've been in a scenario, it's because we've dragged each other into it. So normally I would go check on Raven and all that stuff. But after seeing what happened to
Don't do it. Don't do it.
to Breeze over there, I think I'm gonna hang with Lum over here and just play it safe, make sure David's
hang out
good.
in the safety corner.
Yeah, I'll hang out in the safety corner. But normally I would, but part of me feels like I'd be a really bad friend if I didn't. But after hearing the damage that you took,
Don't do it.
You know
Don't
what?
do it.
I mean, did your friend wait
Don't
for
do
you?
it.
Maybe look,
Don't
we
jump
were all
in.
running.
Don't jump in.
Don't talk her out of
You gotta
this.
make a choice. You gotta make a choice.
You can join us, but gently, like, climb down a rope ladder or something. Don't do a
Maybe I'll
slide.
do that.
like-
I'll try to join, but I'll just gently join the madness if that's even possible.
So you can make, just like Lum, you can make it up to the edge of the crevice. Although actually you're not carrying baby David, so you can actually move. You can actually move further. So yeah, Alexa, if you'd like to try to scramble down the ice, go ahead and give me a strength athletics check. But this is going to be with a disadvantage because of how slippery the ice is.
That's the STR one, right, Adrian? Ember.
Yes. So just hit the athletics. Cool. On the skill check.
Yep. And then hit the deal.
Yep.
Deal.
Hit the deal.
Hit that deal.
Oh no, that was a 6.
Oh boy.
That is not good.
Well, you
Should've
have
dove in.
disadvantage, so you could do worse.
That is,
Yeah, roll a
yeah.
second time. You might have done even worse.
Yes, please.
12.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go with the 6. Raven, you see up at the top of this opening down through the ice, you see your friend Penelope appear for a moment, and Penelope crouches to try to carefully scramble down to where you are perched on the ledge, and then she immediately slips as the ice and snow give way underneath her. And Penelope, you just now go for a slip and slide right down the side of this icy and rocky wall. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can reduce the amount of damage you take from rolling over and over this snow and stone and ice.
Guys,
This is
we
what
are
I
not
get for
doing
trying
well.
to be a good friend.
No.
We're doing horrible.
I think we'll be all right.
No, I don't think so. Look at that.
So,
What was your
is there a
total?
way I can use my reaction to grab her? Would that be a thing I could do, Jeremy?
Yeah, I'd let you try that.
Cool. What do I need to roll for that, knowing I'm not
So
very
go
strong?
Go ahead and give me a strength athletics check to see if you can thrust your arm out just in the nick of time to grab Penelope as she tumbles by.
18.
That's enough. So,
Ah!
Penelope, right as you were contemplating, oh, is my head going to hit on that stone or that stone or that stone? You suddenly feel Raven's firm grip on your arm, and your fall is halted.
Oh, it's perfect. Thanks, girl. Appreciate you.
And now the avalanche gets its turn. And so that rumbling that was coming at you with the air being pushed in front of it, that rumbling now gets closer and closer, and now it's on top of you. And so
I thought we were close.
I need all of you to make a strength saving throw as a wall of snow and ice and rock suddenly hits you, Lum, and David up the top, and then those of you down in the crevice, the snow and rock and ice then starts cascading down into the hole. The only one of you who does not need to make the saving throw is Wurtenfoof, because where you are positioned on the ice, lying there, you are just far enough away from the avalanche's advance.
Oh, man.
No. No.
See, falling down
So
there
what is it
has
again?
its perks.
All right, everyone's making a strength saving throw. So go ahead and roll the d20 and add your strength modifier. And if you're proficient in strength saving throws, you get to add your proficiency bonus too.
I rolled a 14. And I'm on Lum's shoulders, so that's probably like more like a 16, because I could see it coming because I'm higher.
Yeah.
I, David, will give you advantage on your save. Thanks to being lifted up by Lum.
There you go. Good thinking, bud.
Yeah.
I got
12.
22.
All right.
Believe that.
22. And David, what did you get with re-rolling with advantage?
We'll just go with the 14. I rolled a 9. I rolled a 9.
Come on, man.
All right. So we're gonna deal with Lum and David first, since they're the ones hit by the avalanche first. So, Lum, you manage to dig your heels in, and so as this cold wave just slams into you, you actually take only 2 bludgeoning damage from this initial hit, but you are knocked prone, and you are
a question.
carried. Yes.
I have these nifty dragon's talons that allow me to avoid difficult terrain. Can I argue that helps me not get knocked prone?
In this case, this won't help you, but that might help you later if you're trying to traverse ice.
Okay.
But as you're knocked over, David, you failed your save, and so the avalanche, the avalanche tears you out of Lum's hands, and
Baby!
and
I feel like some sad music needs to play right now.
Oh man.
It's
Lum,
great.
in slow-mo, you see your baby hurled out of your hands. David, from the snow hitting you take 6 damage.
6? Okay. All right.
Oh,
And
so good.
And then Raven and Penelope, as you see this cascade of snow coming over the edge, you see David launch. and now David,
I don't have another hand.
David, I need you to make a
she's
death
not me.
saving throw to see if you
All right.
have a chance to grab something as you are launched over the edge.
Oh, God.
The snow
7?
is killing us right now.
Penelope, you should see if you can grab it.
Animals are magic.
Right?
And so, little David, failing to grab anything, just falls.
Goes flying.
Can I see if I can grab him? So it's like
Penelope,
little chain
yes,
reaction?
you have a free hand. Go ahead and make
Somebody
a,
grab him.
I got one
Somebody get the
hand.
little guy.
Somebody
make a
help my
strength athletics
baby!
check.
Sorry, what was that?
Strength athletics check to see if you can catch baby David.
Okay. Can I catch?
Useless little gnome body, man. It's got no strength in it.
Then which?
You get flicked and you
22.
go flying.
Wow.
22.
22. Penelope, you not only grab David, but you, with that check, snap your arm out so fast, it's like a cobra striking, and
Got
just
you.
kaboom!
Got him.
I love it. Nailed it.
Thank you. That's the bard.
Oh, you're so terrible.
Nice.
You're so
Nice.
terrible with that soundboard. It's great.
Oh man.
Penelope, I'll have you know, you just saved David from taking 18 damage.
I'd have been
There
dead.
you go.
I'd have been dead.
You be dead already?
I'd have been
Hey,
dead.
man,
I was gonna try to
we're
do something
third
with the rope,
level.
Good thing I got quick reflexes. Just
yeah.
got him.
Oh.
All right. So Penelope and Raven, here you are, perched on this ledge, and now the avalanche is coming for you. So now, holding on to David, you two need to make your strength saving throws.
I gotta do this again.
Come on.
Nat 20. Nat 20. I got
Nice.
that nat 20.
Oh,
25.
so
How about-
I got a 15, but oh no, sorry, it's not me. It's not me.
You're just
All right.
holding on for dear life, let's be honest.
So Penelope and Raven, you two, the only person right now who can appreciate how amazing this looks is Wurtenfuff, still lying on his back on the ice down below. He
Yeah, I'm gonna need
sees
you to act
as
like
the-
you're laying there. There it is.
As this avalanche comes over and hits you, you two instinctively roll into a ball, protecting your precious David bundle. And with that saving throw, you do both take 3 damage from the avalanche hitting you, but you manage to then roll with it down the edge of this hole and roll onto the ice harmlessly and land right next to Wurtenfuff.
Huh.
I turned to Penelope and I'm like, yeah, that's right, we did that. Yeah, we're so cool, sorta. Are we? Really?
Yeah, we're really cool. We just saved David.
Okay.
We're super cool.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to do. Save David. Yay.
Yeah.
Play us a song.
David,
Yes.
David, it is finally your turn.
Okay.
And by the way, just to really pep you up with how great this situation is for you, the Avalanche acts twice on every round at initiative 10, which is when it just acted, and again at 0. So, David, what do you do?
Out of the way, man.
So you said initiative-wise, it's going to attack after me, and then we restart?
It's going to go again. Yep.
Okay.
Because it is continuing to move.
Lum is prone still. Is this hold? Are we 50 feet away from the surface or less?
50 feet away.
Exactly. Oh.
And you too can now see that light that you thought was a cozy place is just hovering up there in the air, almost as if it was there to lure you here.
It was a
How close is Lum to the hole?
Lum is right up at the edge with the snow like cascading around her. Like if it was a wave of water, it would look awesome, just like around Lum.
Could I tie? So I've got I have a rope. I have 50 feet of rope. Could I stand on someone's shoulders who's taller than me? So now we're taken away. Now we got like 47 feet to the top. Could I shoot an arrow with a rope attached to it to land like right outside of the hole that I'm hoping Lum could grab, shove the arrow on the ground, and then use that to rappel down to us safely?
You can absolutely try.
Thank you very much.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Is that would that be a
quickly? You quickly tie the rope and fire. So go ahead and make a regular ranged attack roll, but this is going to be with disadvantage because of all the snow blasting down. Like you're shooting up at this blast coming down, but you've got a chance.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 4.
So were you aiming at Lum or near Lum?
I may have been, I don't know, I may have been aiming at Penelope or Raven or Wharton Tough.
No, don't pull us into this.
Wharton Tough.
Don't pull this.
I am but a child, apparently. I regressed to 6 years old, and I'm just playing with things. So I shot it up in the air, hoping something would happen.
This is fun. Whee!
Yeah.
And so the arrow with the rope trailing behind it sort of goes, and then just clatters back down on the ice.
Hey, David, were you trying to do something just now?
Yeah, what's
I look at
what's
everyone
going
and
on
say,
there,
I
bud?
tried.
Come on, man.
Like this. I tried.
Everybody saved you. You can't even shoot an arrow, dude.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Aren't you a bard? Can't you sing that away?
David, though, is going to get inspiration for the attempt. So hang on to that for later.
It's a gold star.
Okay.
And now,
Inspiration.
Exactly.
the avalanche goes again. Lum, there you are.
God.
Mightily standing in the wave, well, prone, so you're kind of like on your knees with this wave coming at you. I need another strength saving throw.
All right, I'm good at these. That is 23.
Wow. So you take
I'm good at these.
only 3 damage from the avalanche continuing to slam into you. It would have been
Like
more.
Spider-Man trying to hold back the train.
Yeah.
And because of your success, you are able to ride with the avalanche down into the icy hole with your friends. And
Can I surf on my great axe?
Let's see it. Let's see it. Give me a dexterity acrobatics check.
This could go so bad for us.
Hey, can't be worse than David.
I have
But it could go very well.
I hope it goes well. Oh no.
If you hit me,
Look, I imagine we're all like, oh look, Lum's coming. Let's try to catch. Why is he pulling out the axe? Why is she pulling out the axe? Oh no! Move, everyone, move! The axe is coming.
It was in that 20.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Oh, there you go.
We're surfing, baby!
All right, Lum, spectacularly surfing on your great axe down this wave of snow and ice and stone. You come to rest down here in this massive cave that stretches from floor to ceiling 50 feet, and there is a light coming up from the ice itself where you can see those giant skeletons. And as you marvel at it, a whole bunch more of that avalanche comes screeching and groaning over the edge so that you are all buried. And it goes dark.
Come on.
I mean, guys, remember, this could be worse. We all could be naked in this situation too. You guys remember, like, people?
Yeah,
you
that
know,
is true.
We have
putting
nice
those cages
warm,
on that ship.
you know, let's
Yeah.
think of the
We
positives
usually start
here.
these adventures naked.
Yeah, that
So we
is
should
kind of
probably get
accurate,
naked.
you know. So
We should
this
probably
is
get
this is
naked
new
if we
for
want
us,
this adventure to
okay?
go
Yeah,
well.
We're growing.
we should probably get naked to keep up with continuity, you know?
Nope.
Yeah.
Let's
So
not.
hey guys, guess what? I have a torch. Hey-o, and a tinderbox. Let's go. I'm useful. I'm gonna light that bad
I
boy.
can see in
Thank
the
you,
dark.
little baby.
I can totally see in the dark, but
Hey, I mean,
I can too, but I know we have some friends who can't. So
Who's
as
that?
the area illuminates, am I able to see the skeleton hand you referred to that Wharton Tough saw?
So no, when you light your torch, you realize you must have lost time because you are now in a different cave.
Oh.
It was dark. When that avalanche hit, it went dark. And now, as you illuminate where you are not in that cave anymore. You are now in a very small, icy cave. Each of you leaning up against the stone wall behind you, and there are veins of bluish ice in the walls with more of that cerulean illumination coming through, and there is a strange, wintry, windy howling all around you. There is a door closed in front of you. You're still in your winter clothes. You have your packs there. But you see, David, when you light up the room, that your packs are here, your supplies are here, but you notice right away your weapons are gone. And also, in the very center of the room, there is a low table. It's about 4 feet high, and on it, there are 5 little bowls of porridge, just sitting there in what was the dark until you just now illuminated it. You do not know how much time has passed. What do you do?
Guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was worried up until I saw that porridge that we were going to have to start discussing which one of us we were going to eat. So,
well, you're the biggest. You're the biggest.
True. That is true.
Yeah, I was going to say, it can't be David. David's the smallest.
No, it should just be David so that he wouldn't have to suffer.
No, you can't eat babies. I'm a baby.
We would have had a nice snack.
They don't know the world yet.
They have found something. But guys, the real thing is, who put that porridge out? Why are there exactly 5 bowls here? But, you know, maybe as a group, we can figure, nope, but don't touch that yet. Now, David, and Wharton Floof, maybe you guys can detect a little magique and see if there's something wrong with that, because the last I checked, I saw a whole bunch of giant skeletons from giants, and I just want to make sure we're not that's not here
I
anymore.
mean,
So
Porridge
that's
only
not-
kills giants.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
I agree with
at
that.
this point, now you want to be cautious after you just ran and dove into this hole that we didn't know anything
No,
about.
I was trying to get to the window. You guys were trying to get there
Running the
too. There was a
light.
window up there. It was warm.
It's from
and
the
then I fell in
window
a
to the
hole.
ground. So
Yeah,
I'm,
you don't
I'm saying
just
we
eat
haven't
porridge
eaten
that you
in a
just
long
see.
time.
Yeah,
I
You have any food?
I agree with Raven.
I'm a baby. It's
I mean,
fine.
do you?
The best way to detect magic is to just go up and grab a handful of that porridge and eat it.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
think the only thing watching here is how hungry I am.
Everyone's saying,
We'll
you know
know in a
what? Go
second how
ahead,
that's
work
feeling.
Loop.
You let us
Go
know.
ahead.
Can't
You
hurt
let
me
us
more
know.
than
We'll wait.
7. You know what I mean? Can't hurt me more than 7. That's what I got left.
All right, Breeze, are you gonna check it or eat it, Breeze?
I think I'm gonna eat it.
Or sorry, Warden.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
You
All right.
go right.
And are you grabbing it with your hand, or are you going to use one of the little wooden spoons next to?
I don't trust the wooden spoons. I trust these bad boys.
Oh, that's what you don't trust. That's where we draw the line. Spoons are the devious enemy.
That spoon
Yeah,
can be
roll
made
out
out of
crew
anything,
here.
coated with whatever.
That's-
I want that porridge, and I want it right here.
Yeah,
All right,
let us
with-
know how that goes.
You'll
With
know in a second.
lukewarm porridge dripping from your hands.
Oh,
Taste it. It has a strange taste. It's like a cross between oatmeal. There's a kind of salmony taste in it. Like there was maybe some
Also delicious.
fish put in,
Delicious.
and then as you're chewing it, there's also like some grit, almost like there's sand or something inside it.
Interesting
hate
combo.
sand.
Interesting combo.
Why would
do
you
you like
eat it, man?
Go
So
ahead and give
they
me a
have a weird-
Constitution saving throw.
There it is. There it is.
here we go.
This is what we
Here
need
we
right
go.
here. Ooh, 19.
Oh,
Ooh, 19.
Surprising. I was expecting really bad.
You have a very strange sensation. Your body wants to send that porridge right back out, but with that saving throw, you manage to keep it down.
Yes.
But now I need you to roll a d8, because in addition to this queasy feeling, you also feel kind of good.
Hell yeah.
So tell me what
Guys,
you roll
pay attention.
on that
Pay
d8.
attention to my reactions on this. A 2.
You regain 2 hit points.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
healing oatmeal. It's healing fish oatmeal.
It's healing. Hey, before I have some, I'm gonna use my tinker trait to build a tiny clock. Since we're not sure how much time has passed, I want to now have a clock so I can see if we time skip anymore.
smart. That's how we're
So I've
not
got
going
the
to
clock
get
built.
madness.
Very smart.
Exactly. So
Sure.
the clock is built in my bag. Good to go.
You know we're in a cave and we haven't seen the sun in a really long time, so we don't even know what time it is now.
But the time I
Time
set
to
it
eat,
for,
guys.
then we see how much time passes.
Grab the oatmeal. It's breakfast time.
Time is
Grab the
relative,
oatmeal.
Raven.
All right.
Yeah, it's breakfast
And
time. Clearly.
I'm gonna go grab a bowl of oatmeal and just dump it. I'm dumping the whole bowl in my mouth.
Oh.
So hungry.
I'll warn you though. It's almost kind of dinner too. It's oatmeal and fish. It's
Too
good,
late.
Whatever. I feel good.
Already swallowed. Already swallowed. Already tasted it all.
All right, David, give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
I feel like the gnome will be allergic to whatever's in here.
Bro, come on. You're serious with this right now?
Do
Allergic
you need me to chew it up and spit it in your mouth, little baby?
Yeah, baby bird.
I mean, I guess because
No.
I think I rolled a 1, so I have to be baby fed. Somebody's got a baby bird. I'm puking everywhere.
So
Useless,
David,
man.
David, not only do you puke it up, but I also need you to roll a d8.
Oh no!
Baby stomach.
Okay.
Baby
All
stomach.
right. All right. Here we go.
It's gonna hurt you. I know it's gonna hurt. you.
4. Don't hurt me.
4
You
damage.
take 4 poison damage.
Come on, man. Come
Such a burden
on.
to this team. Such a burden to this team, man.
Somebody
He
just
can't help
baby
it.
birdie
He's a
boy.
baby.
I'm a baby, Breeze. Or sorry,
He's
word.
a full
He can't help it.
I'm a baby.
Look,
Not a baby.
there's a lot of questionable activity going on at the table, so I'm just gonna respectfully oh no, eat all you guys want. I'm just gonna sit this one out, and I'll just wait politely. I'll investigate kind of the area where the tables are, if possible.
I dove in after you. You need to get with the team here. We're having a little feast together.
I appreciate that, and your dive was spectacular. Let me tell you.
So good. Damn.
So good. No one can
But
do
this
it like
oatmeal
you,
doesn't seem
Working Club.
promising.
Raven, as you look around, you notice something that the others who are focused on the oatmeal are a few seconds behind you in noticing. As David is speaking.
Can you auto-tune puke, please?
T-Pain puke. Very nice.
There it was.
Very nice.
Okay, that was great.
Oh,
That was great.
chef's kiss.
So good. Oh, man.
You notice that there is, as David moved and also as Wurtenfuff moved, there was the sound of metal on stone from around near their feet as they moved.
Uh-oh.
And
Around their feet?
You see trailing behind them, and it must be pretty loose, there's a chain going from each of them from one of their ankles back to the wall. And as they moved away from the wall, you see, and you now notice each of you is chained to the wall.
Oh!
By your
At least
foot.
we're not naked this time.
At your ankle.
Friends, companions, if you will, we are all shackled to the wall.
What?
Yeah, dude, what else is there?
Yeah, what else could David do? Yeah.
So I want to lift the chain and see, and I want to try to give it a little tug, just to see hopefully nothing comes with the tug.
It's attached to the wall. Do you want to give it a strong tug?
I mean, I might as well try. A lady cannot be tied up like this. I am not a damsel in distress. So.
All right, then go ahead and give me a strength check.
Oh gosh, that's my worst one. What are you two laughing at? Hopefully it's not me. It probably is me.
No, you're good, you're good.
16.
Tug away.
You are able to tug on it hard enough that it rips away.
Are you guys for?
It rips away
We don't know
from
yet.
the wall.
Oh.
So you all see Raven tear this thing out of the wall.
Oh, well, if she can do it, I can do it. I'm going to rip mine off.
All right, go ahead and give me a strength check.
Why did I get a nat 20 on that?
You take the wall with you.
That was a nat 20 that I didn't even want.
All right, so you tear yours out of this wall that is a mix of stone and ice, and you realize it must be because of the ice that you're having an easier time of tearing this out. But with that check, you not only pull the chain out, but you pull some of the wall out, and there's just enough weight. You could probably even swing this chain with the stone and ice on the end if you wanted to.
Sick.
So you basically
to?
just got yourself a new weapon.
I got one
And
of
I will
those
let you-
ninja chains.
If you want, I will let you use this as a flail.
I will use that as a flail.
Nice.
My flail.
Anyone else going to try either the fishy oatmeal or to pull their chain off the wall?
I mean, I'm not hungry.
I'm gonna wipe my mouth off and pull the chain
Give me your strength
as a
check.
baby.
You
All
also
right.
have an option, David. If you'd rather not do that, you could also try to wiggle out of it.
Try that, man.
Ooh, I'm gonna wiggle. I want to wiggle.
Yeah, there's no
So you-
way. There's no way you're gonna pull it.
So go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Wiggle, wiggle.
That's a 15. Well, Oh, dexterity. Then we got talking 17.
That is just enough. And so, David, you make it out. And so, unlike the others, where the manacle is still attached to their ankle, you actually wiggle out of it so that you're not attached to it at all.
Can I wiggle out of it in like a break dance?
Oh,
Jason
yeah.
Derulo, dude. Wiggle, wiggle.
All right.
Terrible.
Anyone else want to try to free themselves?
I'll give
I
a little
do.
tug ski.
All right.
Go ahead.
No,
Wharton
you go ahead.
Fuff.
You go ahead first.
No, you go ahead.
All right.
Give it a good tug.
12.
Not good enough. You yank on it and it just rattles, but you are still attached to the wall.
Yeah, I am.
What about you, Penelope?
Buddy.
9.
Oof,
No
you
wall,
too.
dude.
Yeah.
Can I walk over to Penelope and like try to help her?
Absolutely.
I'll do the same for Wharton Fuff.
She doesn't want to help you.
Hey, thanks, man. I don't
I got
You
you.
ate the oatmeal. You
It's
ate the oatmeal,
fine.
man.
No oatmeal, and you don't help me. Whatever, dude. Next time you fall in
You,
a hole,
you
I
know,
am not diving
you know
in.
what, Wharton Fluff. I
There's no,
do want
there's
to
no
tell
L.
you.
Wharton
There's no
Fuff.
L.
Me, I don't know why. I Fluff needs
You
to
don't
be
even
a
know
part
my
of
name, and I
Wharton
tried to save you, dude.
Yeah, see?
Look, Wharton Fluff. Me and
There's a
Penelope have
hierarchy
been
here,
together
man.
for years. For years. Since I was a
We've been
small
together for like 4
child.
seasons.
Yeah, get out.
Yes.
You know, years,
Be a team.
years upon years. You know, we're still learning to like each other as a group here. You know, I do
I
pick
don't
and
like
choose
you.
favorites.
I'm done learning.
But just
done learning.
that's just it's totally fine.
Don't worry, Raven. I like
You
you.
know- Thank you.
I don't mean to be rude,
You're welcome.
but while y'all are arguing, is anyone else going to eat their bowl of oatmeal?
That's all you.
Get in there. Have another
All
bite.
right, I'm gonna take another bowl. I'm gonna down another bowl of oatmeal.
Just down an oatmeal the whole time. We're all trying to free
All right.
ourselves. David's just eating oatmeal.
David, give me another Constitution saving throw. But this time you have
Damage,
advantage
dude.
because your body is getting used to it.
Antibodies.
17.
All right. This time roll a d8.
Oh, 18 technically. Okay. Give it to me. Give it to me. Come on.
Get that health back.
That's a 1. No, that's a 7. I lied. 7.
You regain 7 hit points.
Okay.
Good
Yay.
try, bud.
All right.
Thanks,
With the
guys.
help of your friends, Penelope and Whartonfuff, you two are also now free. And as your chains clatter
man.
on the cold floor, you hear a scratching at the door, almost like the sound of like when a dog paws at a door, and then you hear whatever it is pad away across what sounds like another hard floor. And then you hear a voice. Oh, are they all ready? You hear some footsteps coming toward you on the other side of the door.
Can I hide in shadows?
Go ahead and give me a dexterity stealth check. And the rest of you are free to hide as well. You're
24.
Yeah.
Lum don't
So-
hide.
There isn't any like furniture other than this little table to hide behind here, but your winter clothing is full enough that you could try to like wrap yourself up in it to look like just a lump in the room.
I have stealth as well. Or sorry, Ember, you finished. Or sorry, Raven, you finished.
No. So knowing that, can we do like a group stealth? Would there be enough?
Can we all just make a big lump?
That yeah, like a big pile and like maybe.
Yes.
Exactly what I was going to
Let's-
say. Put all the clothes together.
Yes.
I am here living for this. You guys are going to create this tableau as the boulder.
Yes. So I immediately picked the darkest corner. Pick the darkest corner and look here. And I would like to turn to Wurtenfeld and go.
Noelle,
you first.
Noelle.
There's an L in it to me. And then for 4 seasons now, there's an L in it. Gotcha. So I'll be like, oh, you first, because I can't have anyone hating me, being in my stature. Come on, you first. I'll show you the ropes. Like
she's doing it out of pity, just so you know.
I don't want to be in the boulder.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing it out of pity. She wants you to like her.
All right, Penelope, would you like to? Because we don't.
You guys are arguing pretty loud
Heck
for a bunch of people who are trying to hide.
Yeah. Hi, guys. I have an idea. Guys. Why don't we take as many pieces of clothing as we can and see if we can. I'm a tinkerer, so I could quickly try to build like a fake person that's in front of the door. We hide on the other side of the door, so when they open it, we can just jump whoever is there.
Ooh, I like that.
What if they're a friend?
I am going to hide in this corner if you guys are going to do that, because that sounds like a great plan. So I will just meld it all as close as I can.
How are you gonna hide?
I'm here to help if you need me.
You know what? I'm gonna stand right beside you.
I'm not hiding, so it's not even a
hide.
debate. You guys can
All right,
hide.
so Raven, you're hiding. David, you have your clockwork person in front of you.
Yeah, I was
David,
gonna.
you
So
can have my clothes.
I've taken Lum's clothes and mine clothes, and I've built the tallest kind of person I can, and they're right in front of the door. So when someone opens the door, we'll be on the side that they're opening behind it, while they see what they think is a person. Then we can jump and hold them down, see if they're friend or foe.
I like that idea.
All right.
But I'm gonna be hiding with.
All right, we got this. I'm gonna get on.
What's your stealth check? Go ahead and
I don't know what that means.
roll that. Oh, so go ahead and roll the d20 and add your dexterity modifier. And if you're proficient in the stealth skill, you get to add your proficiency bonus as well.
16.
Nice. So Raven and Penelope, the two of you manage to blend in pretty well in this dark room with just the flickering light of David's torch. Unless, David, you've decided to put that torch out.
I've had it while I've been building my little person, and then I extinguish it as I get on Lum's shoulders, if that's okay with you, Lum. Okay, I can too.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Wharton's the only one who can, I think.
Oh.
Dummy.
The voice on the other side of the door speaks again. It sounds like you got out of the chains much faster than those other dirty birds who were here.
I'm not a bird, I'm a cat.
Does he
What
mean the
an-
You're gonna need
Falcons?
some better change to hold down Lum.
You're a cat. Are you a dirty kitty? Or are you a good
I haven't
kitty?
showered in a couple of days, but I wouldn't say that I'm dirty.
We lost Penelope. She died. She spit took over there. I don't even know if you saw it. This all came out.
I wasn't expecting it. Can't do that to me.
Why don't you come in here and find out if he's dirty or clean?
Yeah, come smell me. I'm gonna shift.
Yeah, smell her.
Now I'm going to open this door. And I don't want to see any of that cock-a-doodle naughty behavior where you come out trying to hurt little old me, especially after I fed you and dug you out of the ice and have admired how strong you've been going
See, I
through
told you
the
he was nice.
blizzard and surviving an avalanche. Oh, I just want to see what you can do.
He did feed us, guys.
So yeah. I'm on Lum's shoulder, so I'm whispering to Lum. Lum, if you get behind the door, when they open it, I'm gonna jump over the top of the door and get them, cause I'm tiny and stealthy. I'm gonna jump from your shoulders to their shoulders, and I'm gonna put my hands over their eyes.
All right, but I want you to know
Jeremy,
that I'm
how
not
big is the
hiding.
The door
Oh, yeah.
is 8 feet tall, and about 3 feet wide.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
But
I want to whisper
I'm not
to
hiding because
Penelope.
I'm not no coward.
And hopefully Wharton is really close by too, because he said he was trying to stand as close as he could to me to try to ruin myself.
Right next to you.
And I'll be like,
right next to you.
hey guys, I think that we might be messing with giants. All right, I'm just going to go on a limb and say that door is way too tall for a normal person to walk through there. And I'm whispering this,
I've messed with
so I
giants
feel like
before.
we should hold our action until we see what walks through the door. And I'll just fade back into the darkness.
You hear a click in the door. It's like the sound of it being unlocked, and then you hear steps quickly running away from the door, and you just simply hear, "Oh, this is going to be good." And then it's silence.
They want us to come
Hey,
out.
maybe he's not bad, you know?
Are you
I like
kidding?
your oatmeal.
What?
Fish oatmeal, dude.
No one dug us out of an avalanche.
Oatmeal.
You do
Yeah,
remember
I
the
was
lights
near-
just turned
I
off
was
and
near
turned back
death.
on, right?
I was near death, and I wake up to a delicious meal, and I'm healing. Come on, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah,
here.
I'm not. I'm with Wharton Fluff here. I mean Fluff.
No,
you
L,
got
dude,
me
no,
saying
L.
it.
See, there should be
I
an
don't
L in
trust
the name.
All right, Wharton, you make a good point. I'm still on Lum's shoulders. I guess we're both naked because the clothes are in the form of a tiny person. I'm gonna use my rope and tie that around the tiny person's waist and just drag them along with us wherever we go.
All right.
We don't need the tiny
Trying
man
to
now.
avoid,
Distractions later.
you know, the improperness that's happening here.
Looking away.
Whew. Oh, yes.
You've seen me naked before. This is like
Yes,
the
I
100th
know.
time.
I know.
We've all seen
It's
each
just
other
not
naked from
proper
last
for a
time.
lady to walk around like that. You know, I understand. You know, you feel free, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying I feel uncomfortable with it. Okay, and you know,
You're
you
not
do
naked.
you. I just. Well, you know, I'm trying to just look up at Lum because she's 7 foot tall too. And it's like, you know, I'm just, you know, you still my girl though. You know.
Quit looking at my belly button. Look me in the eyes. My eyes are up here. This.
I'm trying. You're so tall. There's so much.
My
of
eyes
you.
are up here.
You're so beautiful. You have such a beautiful face.
But are we
So-
leaving this room, guys? Are we leaving?
I think so. So
Right. Yeah, let's just be careful.
Do we got
You guys don't have
round
weapons.
2 oatmeal coming or what?
There's some more there.
What is it with you and this fish oatmeal?
We had breakfast. I'm ready for lunch.
Making me
I
wanna
mean,
try it.
there's probably one
It's your
more
second
there
breakfast.
that
Stop it.
DTG didn't eat.
I think we should just go ahead. I think we should go ahead.
So I think that we should probably
Go ahead,
use
Raven.
stealth
Go ahead, Raven.
or be as stealthful as we can. Like DTG, I know you dabbled in the roguish arts, my friend. Would there be a possibility of you maybe searching for some traps or sleight of hand or something like that? Like I can only hide. You guys know what I'm good at.
All day.
I run and I hide.
Sleight of hand
That's what
all
I do.
day. I
So
would
maybe-
like to check the room, if that's cool, to see if there's anything that we have missed out on, anything that we weren't paying attention to when we realized where we were.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom perception check. Uh-oh,
What'd you freeze?
it looks like David the Gnome
no.
just turned into a block of ice.
Oh,
He's
he's
back.
back.
That's
He's back.
17.
No, I see
Oh, he's
him.
back.
I see
He's
him.
good.
17.
It's quick.
Yeah, 17.
Good baby.
You search around, and the only thing you find that you hadn't noticed before is over by the wall, what for a moment you mistake for maybe like a piece of garbage or something. There's actually a torn page, and you see that there is writing on it in Dwarvish. Do you read
Perfect.
Dwarvish,
I would
David?
like to read this. Yes.
All right.
So I understand most languages, actually.
Oh,
Oh, yay.
regular
and
old
so-
Cesaro.
It looks like this is a page out of a diary of some kind, and you see these words: I think there's someone living in these caves. Shortly after discovering the hot spring, I heard what sounded like a granny singing. When the song ended, shrill laugh. Then dread sunk its teeth into me. Ye gods, that horrible cackle. I shall leave these caves in the morning and never return. And that's where it ends.
We got vampires, y'all.
So guys,
Sounds like that guy missed out on some more porridge.
Yeah, it was a bad experience with that.
Maybe where you guys were eating the porridge, maybe this thing is trying to fatten us up to eat us. Did you think about that?
Good point. That's a good point. That's what I would do if I was going to eat you guys.
That's true.
What?
So
You were gonna
regardless,
eat
we got to
us?
get out there and find. We got to get out there and find out if they're going to help us or if we got to throw down. Because either way, we're good.
I think that this person sees this as a game, and they want to see what we can do before they try to eat us. Maybe
there like
they're trying to tenderize the meat, so to speak. So yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, Martin?
Is there a space underneath the door?
Only about like this much.
Like, could a spider get under there?
Yes.
Because I can turn into a spider, so I could go have a little look-see, you know?
All right. So
Don't get stepped on.
you suddenly shrink down into a tiny spider,
Yeah.
and you skitter under the floor, and you find yourself, as soon as you go out, there is some wind around you, and you see that you are on a bridge made entirely of ice that extends over a frozen stream down below you, and you can actually see some water moving underneath the surface of the ice. You can see down to your left as you look down about 20 feet from this ice bridge down to the top of the ice. You can see that water is breaking out through the ice in the form of a waterfall down in that direction. And then over to your right, you can see that the ice extends to the large cavern where you saw those frozen giants. But you also, on the other side of this bridge of glistening ice, see a rock cavern, and then one other very fascinating thing. Down on the surface of this frozen over river, you see your group's weapons, which you'd noticed before were missing, laid out on the ice, each one spaced about 8 to 10 feet apart from the other one, leading almost like a trail of breadcrumbs from underneath the ice to an opening in the cave wall down on the ice level. You see your own scimitar. You see the great axe that Lum surfed down on. You see David's short bow. You see Ember's short sword right at the opening of this cave mouth down below. And you wonder, where's Penelope's greatsword?
I was going to say the same thing.
What do you do
Girl.
as you see this strange thing?
Well, I don't really want to do anything until I give you guys the all clear to come out with me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of out here by myself as a little spider, so...
You know who has the power to do that?
How are you going to tell us that?
Oh yeah, I can't yell.
It's all-
I'm not
it's all you.
Spiders don't have voices.
Yeah.
I can just wave 8 legs at you, but that's about it.
Yeah. We're like, I think he's saying come out. I don't understand.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Is that the same spider? Is that still him?
Yeah, that's the same
You could try
gross
tracing
spider.
something on the floor with your little spider legs.
That could work. I
If
just
you
want to
wanted
trace an
stay in
arrow.
spider form.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay as a spider, but I'm just gonna go back under just enough under the door and just put a little arrow so you guys know to come with me.
What did he mean by this?
I come back in.
Why don't you just write,
There's an arrow.
come with me?
So
Spider-Man.
So long. He's a spider.
that would
It's a
take
baby.
forever.
Man.
His little legs would be gassed out. So he makes
I'm so tired.
an arrow going toward that way. Guys, I calm down. This is just I think he's just trying to tell us to go outside, to go through the door.
That's exactly
I think that's what he's saying.
Let's go. Let's go.
I slowly open
do
the
it.
door,
That kicked down the door.
trying to. Nope. Oh, okay.
Oh, no, okay, just puts it down.
As you open the door, Raven, it screeches as if its hinges are super rusty, and the screeching echoes through the entire cave. And as the sound subsides, you can hear far off, coming from the direction where that little trail of weapons leads. Oh, here comes the next step. And you see also down at the cave, bobbing in midair, that same warm window of light, looking so inviting. And then you hear from behind it, "Come on. Don't be dirty birdies. Come show me
Not
what you've
bird.
got."
I whispered onto Lum,
So
right still on Lum's shoulders.
Is the voice
Lum,
coming
Lum.
from the orb, or is the voice just generating from the cave?
From the same direction as that glimmering light in the air. But you're not sure if the voice is coming from the light itself or from beyond it.
We're right in front of our weapons now. Yes.
They are down below you, 20 feet down on the ice, forming a trail toward where that glimmering light is.
Lum,
So-
if I give you this, actually, I've got the little person with me on the rope. I'm gonna untie it from their waist, tie it to mine, ask Lum to just let me string me down there to pick up the weapons, and I'll bring them back up for everybody.
You want to just ride down on my chain?
Oh yeah, that works too. Totally.
Isn't
So I
there
want
just
to
a bridge that goes over there as well? Like, is
So
that
the
what you said
bridge-
earlier,
Bridge.
Jeremy?
The bridge that you're on goes in a different direction. So it crosses from your door over to some other area in the caves, and then just straight down below the bridge on this ice are your weapons laid out in a little path.
Wait. So I tell the group, wait, I think we need a plan because I feel like this is a trap.
As you guys are figuring
ice
this
is-
out, I have a tiny little spider bladder, and I have to take a little spider pee and be right back.
Cool.
Figure out our
All
plan,
right.
guys.
So the spider runs off, and I'm like, okay. So I feel like
Have a good
maybe we get Penelope because she has the ability to go small or big, and we kind of fish her down there, and we grab what we can. Because I feel
I'm
like if we
already
go
small.
down
though.
there,
Is that-
well, she can shift into something. Oh yes, I forgot. David, you
Yeah,
have
that was
such a big
literally-
mind, a big beautiful mind.
Literally,
That's
my
what
plan
your
was
size.
making her
That
do
is
something
her
to get to my
personality
size.
trait.
Yeah.
So I forget. I don't know. But
Especially
maybe
after what happened
David,
earlier, I feel like David can redeem himself.
Yes.
after what
Okay.
happened
So
earlier.
how about we wrap David in some sort of harness or something like
We
that?
already got the chain.
Glide him
We already talked about it. We got the chain from the wall. He still got it. He's gonna drop that down there. I'll slide down it, get the weapons, climb back up. We're all good.
No, I feel like
She
we
couldn't-
Mission
she couldn't hear us
Impossible
'cause
this
we
bad
were-
boy, David. Like you go down because I feel like as soon as you touch, the ice is going to crack.
Yeah. So his chain still has a piece of the wall on it, so I can stand on that as
Yeah,
he lowers
he's
me
kinda
down
just like
low enough. I get
he's
the
on
weapon.
a
he pushes me back up.
wrecking ball.
Yeah.
All right,
So we're
let's
all
do
good.
it then. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
sat on
so-
the piece of wall.
You you lower down, Mission Impossible style, you are able to grab the one weapon that is right down below, which is Wurtenfuff's scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
The one weapon that is never used.
Yeah. To use his
So
magic.
then, I'm gonna, Lum, just go ahead and pull me up and we'll redo this. We'll redo this to get all the weapons.
Okay.
So the bridge is not over the other weapons.
That's
they
unfortunate.
they again are laid out in a little path, each 8 to 10 feet apart from each other. So the next weapon is almost 10 feet away from you, heading toward that cave opening.
So question: If you pull me up, can you put me back down but swing me and I can jump to the next weapon? That doesn't make any sense because then it doesn't do anything for anyone. Never mind. You guys do something.
So I think that maybe we pick and choose our weapons. What do we need? Because obviously Wharton doesn't even use that scimitar. I mean, when was the last time we saw him, swing a weapon? The last thing I saw him do was do a dance break with Pyro. So,
That's
and
true.
it was good. It was absolutely fantastic. But so
A little Stifler. Yeah.
here's the thing. We all are in agreement that that's a trap, correct? Is it?
Yeah, that's
Are
bait.
we in that agreement?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
My question, Jeremy, are the weapons on individual ledges, or are they just 10 feet apart
They're
to where
just-
we can't?
They're just again, about 10 feet apart, laid on the ice. And as you ponder this, and you also notice down by the spider, there is now the tiniest speck of yellow snow. As Wharton comes back.
I would like to take a step away from the spider. Just that's. I guess we're outside.
Yep.
And then you hear the voice again
Oh no, she froze.
as Raven turns to ice. We'll see if she thaws out.
Guys, I know how to thaw her out.
Cold.
There she is.
I got booted. Sorry.
The voice.
I hit the wrong button.
The voice comes echoing from the caves. So they don't want to come to show their mettle.
No, I do.
And so it looks like they are fudging dirty birdies. Get 'em, boys! And so as you stand there on the ice, you hear two things. The direction that your weapons lead over to that glimmering light, you start hearing some kind of rumbling in ice or stone in that cave over there. But then on the other side of the ice bridge that you're on, through that cave opening opposite from the door you just came out, you hear a boom, 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 as running into view is this big shmoo-shaped snowman with no eyes, no nose, but this big mouth with ooze coming down the front of its snowy body, and I need you to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
I got a 5.
David, 5.
About to get munched
Raven.
up by the abominable snowman.
I have a 6.
Penelope,
15.
Lum,
12.
and David.
No, 9. 9 for me.
5.
Oh no, we got
You got a 5?
We got 5 for
Sorry.
David, and then Wharton Fuff,
9.
that was a 9?
9.
All right.
That was a 9. None of us did very well.
Penelope, what do you do? This horrific-looking snowman is 15 feet away from you across this snowy ice bridge.
Well. I don't even know. I can try to intimidate it because I can grow to 7 feet, but I'm not really that intimidating in general. I don't know.
Why don't you take the sword?
Oh yeah, he's got a sword. Hey. Yeah, I'll just. Can I just run?
So do you want to grab Wharton Puff's scimitar?
I'm just gonna cut my losses and run.
All right. So where would you like to run? You basically have. You could run across the ice bridge toward the snowman. You could run back into the room where the porridge was, or you could leap off the snow bridge onto the ice below, which is 20 feet down.
Fight him. You gotta fight him.
Fine, I'll fight him.
Have to. You jump, you're gonna end up like me.
I know, and then all the options didn't sound very good.
So since Wharton's still a spider, can you grab his sword, his scimitar?
He wasn't going to use it anyway.
I won't.
Well, he's still a spider.
My weapon wasn't down there. Thank you. Yeah, I'll fight him.
All right, so Penelope, with Wharton Puff's scimitar in hand, you cross over the ice bridge, and you see this doesn't just look like a bridge made out of ice. It really is made out of ice, meaning it is damn slippery. And so as you cross over toward the snowman, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can make it across the bridge without sliding off it.
Oh my god.
If you run into the charge and slip and fall,
you know,
You can use it to still grow, right?
11.
11. You manage to keep your footing and you don't go over the edge, and you get up in front of this faceless snowman again, except for this mouth with ooze coming out of it. What do you do?
Oh man. I'd have to fight him. I
Want to slash at it with that scimitar?
Yeah, it's like I have his deal. Yeah.
His deal.
That's what I'll do. His deal.
All right.
Try to attack him.
So go ahead and roll the d20 and add your strength modifier and your proficiency bonus. And you notice when you're up close,
I'm so nervous.
that same fishy smell in the porridge is coming out of the mouth of this
oh
snowman.
no! We ate abominable snowman puke.
So
No, that's okay though, because if he spits on us, just eat it and you'll get health back maybe.
That is true.
No, don't do that.
That's a
Cut
great
him
idea.
and let's drink his blood. Let's cut him, let's drink his insides.
He's got no.
Let's eat him.
blood.
No, I'm good.
He's not made of yellow snow.
That's all you guys. Yeah, just.
All right,
Yeah, y'all ate
Penelope,
snowman puke.
you slash, and you said you rolled a 7?
17 total.
Oh, 17 total. All right, you hit. How much damage do you deal? Wharton, how much damage does your scimitar deal? I'm betting it's a D8. Yeah, roll a D8.
Let me look. Yeah, you got it.
D8, and you can add your strength modifier.
Seven.
I haven't.
All right, so your
10.
your scimitar slashes through the snow, and for most of the
Like a
swipe,
one-horse open sleigh.
for most of the swipe, it is like the snow creature doesn't even respond to the scimitar going through its form until you catch on something inside it, and then some of that ooze that was coming out of its mouth comes out of the snowy opening that you've just created. But you can tell it resisted some of that swipe, and so rather than taking 7 damage, it takes 3.
Oh.
Right in the porridge maker. Right in the porridge
I
maker.
have a question.
You know what?
So
Come back.
Penelope, when Penelope swung, did it cut pretty swiftly through the snow
Yes.
of the snowman? So I have a plan. It's kind of gross, but I think that it would slow the snowman down and allow it to kind of just be stuck where it is, and then we can fight it like that because it can't turn around and fight us.
Okay.
But it involves running up and peeing on his feet so the snow melts.
Nope, I'm out.
I'm
Ladies
in.
don't do that. Not even a little bit.
I'll do it.
What?
All right.
Just,
Pee time, pee time, pee time.
you know what?
It's a party pee.
You guys.
It's a party pee.
Go do
If you
that.
can't pee,
But
it's
you
a party
just,
pee.
you just already
Okay.
peed. You don't have any pee
Join
left.
us.
You just already peed.
I got a tiny.
It
I
was
have a
just a
tiny
little-
little spider bladder. We can all go. We can all
It's
go.
like one drip.
Yeah.
You're one drip.
No.
All right, with David's suggestion in mind, Lum, what do you do?
So
You know what to do. You know what to do.
Well, David is still on my chain, right?
Yeah. And I still have myself for my torch, so I was gonna light that and pee on him at the same time.
So I mean, we've been Ferrator all session anyway. What if I just chain you over and bash the snowman with the torch, and then you just start peeing?
Yes,
Just
like a
pee
baby.
over.
I'm a baby.
Fly towards
Oh my god.
So I'm
Guys,
gonna run
all right.
over there with my baby and my chain baby, and I'm gonna
I like
whack
that
him.
idea. I don't
All
see
right,
anything
so
wrong with that.
David, you're going to hang on for dear life?
Mhm.
And you
But
have
I'm
your
also,
torch?
when I get close enough, yes, I have my torch, and I'm trying to pee when I get close enough.
All right, the peeing you're going to have to save for your turn,
Okay, gotcha.
because there are other mechanics involved there.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna save up for the pee. Oh man.
So Lum, with your David flail, you take a big swing at this snow creature. Go ahead and give me your attack roll. You're going to have a disadvantage on this because this weapon was not weighted to have a gnome on it.
It wasn't a weapon to begin with.
If you go flying off this thing, I swear.
Could you imagine?
Oh, and I'll rage first because I am a barbarian.
Nice.
And yeah, let's actually, do I have a reckless attack yet, or is that later? I don't think I have it at this
You
level.
should have it.
Oh yeah. No, then I'm gonna reckless attack and not swing with
Yeah.
disadvantage. And that's a 16.
Sweet. David, you crash into the snowman and go ahead and roll Lum the flail damage. So that's going to be D8. Half of whatever you roll, David is going to take from being slammed into the golem.
It's okay, he understands.
Do I go through the snow into the hard part of the golem, or am I on the outside of the snow?
You're on the outside, but
Okay, so I didn't hit it hard enough to go
You
through.
do slam into some of the firm part underneath. Lum, how much damage did you deal?
That's 4 + 3 is 7.
7. All right, so that's halved, but the torch in the process also hits into the snow creature, and it begins to steam where the fire hits. David, go ahead and roll a d6 to see how much damage it takes from this torch. 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
And remember,
Is it
Can
all
I
of it?
use?
this creature is
can I-
made
can
out
I-
of snow, and so
Okay.
that damage is doubled. And so it takes 10 damage from the fire hitting it, and as it does, this gurgling screech comes from deep inside its snowy form, and it sounds like wind, but also this horrible fishy smell just blasts all over you, Penelope and David, as you're right
Great.
up there against it.
Fantastic.
What do you do? Our spider, Wurtenfuff, what are you going to do?
I think I should turn back into normal because I don't really need to be a spider anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna transform back.
Poof,
Thank you.
you're back.
Yeah. Is that my turn, or do I get to do more stuff?
You're a Circle of the Moon druid, right? I believe so, which means you get to keep going. What else do you do?
I'm gonna ask my team. What do you think, guys? What's our next move here?
Pee.
Burn it. Or burn it or pee.
Deal?
Either one.
Well,
Fire or
but I
pee.
can't, because I can make some
Piss or
fire.
flames.
But we're also on an ice bridge, so I don't want to mess up our bridge here.
So I say pee.
Oh.
Run up and pee.
Right? If I make like a bonfire or something, it's gonna probably melt the bridge, and we're probably all gonna fall 20 feet. And I've been there. Don't want to do it again.
Won't
Yeah.
your urination also do the same thing if it hits the ice bridge?
I hope
Possibly, but I haven't peed yet. I haven't peed yet.
How much pee?
How hot is your
lot
pee,
of
Ember?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't.
Do we need to have a talk?
I'm just going to just walk over
Continue.
here.
We're gonna go to
Just-
the doctors. You and me.
Yeah.
Guys, do you think I should make a bonfire? Make a bonfire right on this little snowman?
I think a bonfire is not a bad idea. If you make
Yes.
it right under him.
We'll go from
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Is that
Burn 'em
possibly our way to freedom, though? That we're
Possibly,
burning?
or death. One or the other.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
You
We're
know?
good. We'll be good.
So
Sometimes
you're
you
going
just
to
gotta take that chance.
create bonfire?
Bonfire underneath them, yep.
All right. So what happens? So I know fire appears underneath, but what does your spell say? Does it have to make a saving throw? As these flames erupt?
Effect is 1d8. Hit is dexterity 12. Range is 60 feet, so it's like we got a raging fire going on here.
So it sounds
aside
like it
from
has
that.
to make a dexterity saving throw?
Dex save. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. It is going to fail with an 8. So how much damage does it take?
1d8 it says. So it's going to be.
Alright.
I got an 8.
8. So that
Wow.
that is doubled because of its vulnerability to fire.
That's right.
It screams, and more of that horrible smell comes out of it as
Delicious
its
fishy porridge.
That
form
you
then
ate.
just turns into this wave of snow that goes down onto the ice, and then inside, as the snow melts away as it's screaming, there is this set of, it looks like stone mixed with like intestines that just flop on the ground, and that is all that is left of it.
Nice.
We killed it.
Go. There
Nice
you go.
Where you at?
Great job, team! Me from the
Yeah.
like very close to the door behind me.
Good job, guys.
Great
Good job,
job!
guys.
You did it so good.
So now is this the it's the porridge that we were eating is what fell out. So now that it's hot, it's still edible,
Freshly
yeah?
served lunch, boys. Freshly served
what's
lunch,
out in
guys.
front of
Come
you
on.
is this strange like stone mixed with like intestines, and the snow that melted now pouring off the ice bridge down to the frozen river below. And
Don't let any
as-
of it go to
can I-
waste.
Do you want to try to catch some of it?
I would like to try to catch them, but I want to check to see if there's any magic in these stones.
Hey,
All right.
best way to check, you gotta taste them.
It's the stones. I'm not eating.
No. Don't know. No.
The magic frozen.
Oh. David got turned to a
Yeah.
solid block of ice again.
back, he's back.
Oh, he
I'm
melted. He's
I'm
back.
here. I'm here. Yeah, I just want to see if the stones are have any magic within them.
As you reach out with your magical senses, you can actually sense magic leaving them as you cast this, as if magic was animating this creature, but as it has died, the magic has left. And as you sense the passing of this horrific thing, you see hobbling into view, way down again, 20 feet down across the sheet of ice, over at that opening where there was the glimmering light. This old woman hobbles into view, looks up, and says, Oh, look at you. Not even the promise of getting your weapons back could lure you down to face the real test. I might just be your #1 fan.
Oh, see, she's
Come this way, and Auntie Maud will feed you something far better than porridge.
I didn't know I had an Auntie Maud.
Let's do it.
You can see all the others who have not passed the test. And she then turns around and disappears back up the cavern with your weapons still lying there on the ice. What do you do?
Let's follow her, gang.
I don't trust her.
Well, you don't need to eat the whatever she gives you, and then if she's a problem, then we'll just pee on her. I think she's a snow lady.
Well, like, I'm pretty sure if we just go this way,
All else fails.
we'll be okay. We'll make it through. I don't, like, we can just go.
No, that's what she wants you to do.
We can always find some more weapons, guys. We're really good at finding stuff. Okay.
It's a trick. You gotta play 4D chess with the snow lady. She wants you to walk out that front door and leave. But in reality, what we need to do is follow her, eat her food, and then pee on her.
Well, I don't know if we can go that far.
I don't know how you got all of these.
So we saw her when she was talking to us, yes?
Yes. And she
What
was
form
she
did
was
she have?
she was bundled up in furs to stay warm, and had a very wrinkled face framed by white hair, sort of rosy cheeks. Looked like someone's granny.
I'm with Lum on this one. If we go outside, we don't know what's out there. We don't know if we get locked out. Then we are right back in the cold as we have been for what seems like forever at this point. If we at least go with her and she's good to us, then we're cool. But if she's bad to us, then we can handle that too.
So
we just dropped a snowman.
Like I point to like the intestines left. So that was good to us over there.
I mean, if you want to go outside in the cold with no weapons and no food, I don't see a better plan.
And she's our aunt. You can trust family.
Yeah,
We're related.
Yeah,
lunch.
You know what? You guys lead the way. I'm right behind you.
We always do. You always are.
That is accurate.
So using your chains, and I know you also have rope, you are able to carefully make your way off the ice bridge, down onto the sheet of ice, since you're headed toward Auntie Maud, it sounds like. And do you collect your weapons as you creep over the ice?
Nope.
Are they our weapons, or do they just look?
They look like your weapons.
Okay.
Good question.
Leave them.
I mean, we did fine against that snowman. And she just said that the weapons are a trap. And aren't you a monk anyway? Don't you just punch and kick?
I do, but sometimes something pointy keep me safe at night, It's definitely what
think
I
about
need
it like this. Think about it like this. Penelope's got a sword. I've got these paws and a flail. Wharton Fluff's got magic. And David the Gnome's got pee. And you've got fists. So we're good.
We're good.
I'll sit on the flail.
I feel like your logic is very flawed here, on some level, because
my logic is never flawed. I've never died before.
Wharton's. Well, look, I've died. I think almost every adventure we've gone on together, guys. So you have to understand why I'm hesitant to go into
I feel like if you want to grab
situation again.
Whoever wants to grab a weapon, grab one. I feel like that's at that point.
Yeah, but then we're gonna have to save them.
So
I'm a rider,
I
but cat,
will
I'm gonna save
grab the short sword, my short sword. Make sure it's mine.
Oh, you goof.
And then I'll pop it in the sheath.
Let's see what we're about to fight.
Big mistake.
Do you say that, Wharton Fluff?
Yes. She knows we don't. She knows we're button heads at this point.
Big mistake.
Well, I mean, Wharton, Penelope is using your scimitar, so obviously there's nothing wrong with the weapons.
Good
That
point.
is true.
I take it back.
I did use it.
So with the other
Yep.
So with the other weapons still laying on the ice, you make your way through the cavern where that shimmering light was. And as you draw near, it changes form so that it no longer looks like a warm window, and it just turns into a bluish orb, and it floats in front of you, sort of keeping pace so that you never catch up to it. And it leads you up this pathway, which then turns into stone steps that go up to this large chamber with more steps beyond it. And in this chamber, you see, embedded on one side of the room, up to its waist in ice, is one of those giant skeletons. And it, remember you heard some cracking and shaking from this cave? It is trying to get out of the ice, and hanging on the walls all around it are the skeletons and a few fresh corpses of various people who all look like adventurers, and they've been hung on the wall so that their palms are together, almost like in applause, in this chamber that looks a bit like an arena. And standing up on the top of the other stairs, you see Auntie Maud, who says, "Pay no mind to that. Come this way. I have a treat for you."
She has a treat.
Hurry, hurry.
Pay no mind.
Or the giant
Let's go.
will get out of the ice, and you will be fucked over.
Guys, if you ever needed evidence that you don't stop growing after you die, there you go. It's right there.
Yeah. I say let's roll. Let's go.
Run towards her.
All right. So each of you, as you run through the room, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can get through the room past the giant as it flails its arms around. Again, it's a big giant skeleton, but stuck in the ice. So everyone, give me a dex save.
11.
22.
17.
15.
Is that everyone? So
Think so.
who got the 11? Is that our friend David?
I got a 22. Wharton got a 11.
Wharton. Everyone manages to get through the chamber with these icy, bony arms swinging in front of you and over you, except Whartonfuff. You are clobbered as they swing, and you take 8 bludgeoning damage as one of the bony arms slams into you as you try to run across this grim arena.
I got a 7, so I think I got hit too.
You did. You are hit for 4 bludgeoning damage as it slams into you. But you otherwise manage to make it across this chamber and up the steps into a higher up cave, where on the walls you see ancient cave paintings that show what appear to be frost giants walking into a stream and dying in it, almost like they did it on purpose. And in front, with those cave paintings behind her, stirring a cauldron glimmering with greenish light, you see the old woman. And she says to you, "I have had many visitors in my cave. Some I have lured here like you. Some have come all on their own. But you are one of the first who managed to resist the siren call of your weapons, who weren't so intent on doing me or my poor giant pet harm. You just wanted to figure things out and pee.
That's my motto. That's how I live my life.
Figure things out and pee.
On our guild banner, it says "Figure stuff out and pee."
Yeah.
And so you amuse me. I am truly now your #1 fan, which means two things. One, I will not kill you and add you to my wall of observers. Two, you may drink from this cauldron of life itself. Except for the two of you who could not resist picking up weapons.
That's me and Raven.
That's fine.
Three of you who
But
are
it wasn't my
able
weapon.
to resist the urge to chase after an old woman in her cave and do immediate violence. You may drink from this cauldron, and perhaps you will get visions of things from the ancient days and of things yet to come. And then when it is all over, I will furnish you with a boat to leave my caves, for if enough days pass, I will tire of you and change my mind and have you for breakfast. And so
You hear that, guys?
now,
Auntie invited us to the cookout.
drink now from this magic cauldron, and I can guarantee that in a few hours from now, you will definitely have to pee. And that is where we will end.
Awesome.
Nice.
Oh man.
Thank you so much for playing today and for making your way through this strange, horrific cave in Icewind Dale. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, that was great.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
I feel like if I ever need to be like taught anything or like told anything, I just want to hear it in your voice, always like explaining it.
Yes. Yeah, in
But only as the
character.
hag.
All the characters.
Yes,
100%.
Very calming. Very calming.
I did many years ago used to be a teacher.
Oh, that's
I buy it.
It's great.
That's it.
I buy it.
That's
I
it.
understand
Gotta believe it.
completely.
Is there as much infighting with other groups as there is with us? Because I feel like we always are arguing about what to do next.
I think every D&D group has a little bit of that, but you all have an especially healthy dose of it.
Good. We try. We try our best to, argue with each other and feel like the other one is wrong all the time. And I think a lot of us just go into it knowing we're absolutely wrong, but fully committed to proving our point, even though it's been proven wrong.
You can name names.
Or
Go
at
ahead,
least
name
that's the way
names.
I do it.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
name names.
I do it.
Name names. Name names.
Name names. It's
Show
mostly
me
me.
that receipt.
It's mostly me.
No,
Receipts.
no, I love this.
Read the
The
room.
fact, like the scary stuff was like actually like really creepy.
Yeah.
Like legitimately getting creeped out.
The image of the arena with like the frozen corpses that are like frozen and clapping.
yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I almost died, by the way, guys. I had 1 life left.
Good.
Oh, no.
1 HP. That's good.
When
And I
did
was
you
gonna
heal
I was gonna
yourself?
down all that drink. Who knows what it would have done to me?
That's true.
Well,
Yeah,
it's nice
what
because
would,
this is
nothing to
different
lose.
for us.
What would it
Well-
have done if the potion of life?
Oh, if you had drunk from the cauldron,
Yes.
there are a number of random possibilities. So I would have rolled to see what was going to happen. Sort of like how the porridge also had, the possibility of hurting you or harming you. And what you all were seeing is something that is a big part of our Icewind Dale book coming out, that the environment itself is actually one of your main foes, because you actually took more damage just from like the weather, falling, ice.
I don't think I've ever played a game where you've actually had to fight the elements. That wasn't actually like a living element.
Old David really made it out in the first little bit.
I did. I feel like with our crew. So if you guys, if those of you watching don't know us, we're WWE Superstars, we're wrestlers. But we've got a YouTube channel called Up Up Down Down on YouTube, and we've got like 3 seasons of what we call Rollout, and it's our D&D show. So in most of those, there's like a lot of fighting, a lot of like arguing, because like we cut promos and do interviews and stuff. But to be beaten so badly by the elements, we were not prepared for that at all.
No, not even a little bit. But I do like that it wasn't like, oh, we're in lava, or because normally that's what people do. It's like, oh, you're on volcanic ash, roll because your feet are toasted. Like I love that it was something different. It's awesome. Like I love Icewind Dale too. So like I'm just all in across the board. Frost giants, hopefully barbarians, hopefully like weird sheep things. Like I love it. I love Icewind Dale. So yeah. Hi. I'm showing all of them how big of a nerd I actually am when it comes to D&D, and they're like, yeah, just smile through it. It's fine. She'll stop eventually. Yeah.
Oh, no, Ember, you're going to be happy then, because like everything you just mentioned is in this book.
Oh, yes. See? I love
it. Now, if you all had decided to go the path of violence fully by getting all of your weapons, you would have gone up and would have had to actually have a knockdown drag out with that frost giant skeleton, with a good chance of people dying, because that thing was rough.
Immediate death for me. Immediate death.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, you would have to take one for the team.
I was on my last legs as it was.
I just would have died. I'm just fully committed to dying every adventure we have together now. So it's character development on my part. That's what
we would have actually been all about it. Yeah, we would have been all about the mission of us going in and fighting and just dying a valiant death, heroics. Yeah, that's kind of what we're used to.
Go down.
Yeah. No, you guys aren't used to that. I am. And they're not even like heroic. It's me running away and getting hit in the back of the head or something. I'm like,
shot with an arrow in the back. Yeah.
That is very true.
Well, if you all had died, then you would have been added to that gallery of past adventurers hanging on the wall, applauding the next group.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like it.
I love it.
That was good.
And you also saw something that. Oh, go ahead.
So when you're doing this, because we've sat in a few games together over the years, how much of it are you improving? Because like you're so good. Like Bree said, we could just listen to you talk about anything for days. So like, I don't want to say like what's your secret, but like, are you coming up with a lot of stuff on the fly? Did you think about all of this beforehand?
So I always create a schematic in advance. So that means I have a map. I have sort of a sequence of events that can occur. I've got the monsters. I've got the NPCs. So like in this case, the granny living in the cave. But I don't pre-decide how things are going to work out. So what I do is my preparation is basically preparing all the pieces. And then in play, I improv how those pieces fit together based on what you do as players. Because I find so often as DMs, we trap ourselves by deciding too much in advance how things are going to play out. And so that's why what I'll do is I'll just create multiple possible paths. Like you could have followed those weapons. You could have gone into the caves on the other side of that ice bridge. You could have done something I didn't think of at all. And I just make sure I have enough pieces to improv with that I can just keep the game going. So that's really like my my main work as a DM in advance is making sure sort of like my quiver of improv material has enough arrows in it so that I can just keep firing no matter what you decide to do.
So,
That's
question: what
so
would have
awesome.
happened
It's
if
literally
we went
wrestling.
across the ice bridge? Because now I'm curious. I need to know. I need to know that.
So you would have gone into several other caves, and you could have then discovered that you were in this cave system that is right on the edge of a lake, and you would have had the potential of running into more of those horrific snow golems. There are also some dire wolves that might have tried to snack on you. You would have found some of the remains of other adventurers who've come here. So there was more to discover and also more dangers to face, but also the possibility of escape, because out that way, if you made it past those various dangers, you could have found a rowboat on an icy lake and tried to row away in the middle of the night. So again, different possibilities, different paths to take. I'm always such a fan of whatever my players do, so it's like, I love that you took the path that you took.
Yeah. Because having all of those, like you said, you got all the arrows. No, go ahead.
I love that. Can I ask a question as well about the frost giants, like jumping into the ice water river? Because that was like very striking, very vividly, like something like, ooh, why was that?
So that is a detail actually directly from the book. This is a place that was sacred long ago to the frost giants, where when they became very, very old, they would come here and drown themselves. Essentially, when they decided that they could no longer contribute to their
For
folk.
when you call it a day.
Yeah, sort of almost like an elephant graveyard. Where elephants will go
That's
when
cool.
they realize they're near the end, and so
It's kind of like Midsummer.
Yeah, exactly. That
Fall off
that
thing.
Yeah, they just
and Alexa, I was attempting to tap into a bit of the kind of like cult horror that is in Midsummer.
I loved Midsummer.
Oh, so good.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
They need to make
awesome.
another one.
Yeah, I hope the director, because I also really liked Hereditary. I hope we get another.
I loved Hereditary.
Great movie.
Yeah, same
So
director. Yeah.
I think the people that enjoy horror movies really, like with this like part of Dungeons and Dragons, like it gives them a whole new world to be able to go, oh, I can tap into my weird horror mind, whether it's suspense or just like whatever kind of horror it is, you can put into this. Psh, it's cake. That's awesome.
So easy.
Yeah. Well, for not only you five, but everyone watching, if you want to delve into wintry horror, then the Icewind Dale book has got it for you. We're just about out of time now. Thank you so much, you five. So awesome to play with you. And also, everyone watching, please remember to give to Red Nose Day to help those kids. They need our help, and we can all make a real difference in their lives. And before we hand off to the post show, real quick, everybody, starting with Ember and going across, please, everyone, say a farewell to everyone who joined us.
Bye, everybody. I was Raven. I'm kind of a princess, but they don't really know that. Ha! I said it finally. You guys can suck it. But you can follow me on Twitter at WWE Ember Moon, on Instagram at WWE_Ember Moon, and you can find me on Twitch at HalfDragonEM. That's right. Slap chest.
Yeah, you guys see my social down here. That's the same for Twitter as it is Instagram, Xavier Woods, PhD. Catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Austin Creed. And every Monday, make sure you're listening to the New Day podcast. We talk about all kinds of stuff. It's not wrestling. It's just good vibes. And also, make sure when you go to Up, Up, Down, Down on the YouTube, subscribe. Make sure you watch all the seasons of Rollout so you can see all of the infighting within our group, because you know that you argue like that with your friends too.
I'm Alexa. My Twitter's right there. My Instagram is Alexa_Bliss_WWE_ because everyone else took the Instagram names before I got mine. And I don't have any other. Yeah, you did. I don't have the cool channels everyone else does, so check all theirs out.
Thanks.
That's all I got.
Dio Maddin. You can see Great Black Otaku. It's that on everything, and especially check me out on Twitch. I stream every Thursday, and I play games almost all other days of the week. So come hang out. It's a good time.
Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze, up, down, down champion. Catch me on Instagram and Twitter at gorgeous with 3 M's. Over on Twitch at twitch.tv/thesweetslive, or go to flatbackswrestlingschool.com if you feel like learning what we do. And that's it. That's
Which is just real life Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you all again. Thank you for everyone who's listening, and thank you for joining us for these last few days of D&D Live. And so now we're going to go to our friends who will talk us through the end of this great 3 days of Dungeons and Dragons.